Live reports on Southwest Washington football come from reporter Bryan Levesque. Check out GSHLFootball.com for more. The Fan Postgame Scoreboard Show continues on ESPN Sports Radio 1080, The Fan.
Bryan Levesque, our man with GSHLFootball.com. He's got action still going on where he is, too. He's been at Kiggins Bowl all afternoon and evening long. Of course, earlier Battleground defeated Hudson's Bay. But we're having the battle for bragging rights. Skyview, many think, is the best 4A team at the GSHL. Camas certainly the best 3A team, and he's out there as Skyview and Camas facing off in the second half. And, Bryan, what's the update?
Well, Camas right now, they're facing a 4th and 7 from the Skyview 46. They were tied 10-10 at halftime. Skyview came over, turned his narrow passes down, and looks like that play is broken up, so Skyview is going to take over. But so again, it was 10-10 at halftime. Pretty good football game, back and forth, couple turnovers early, and then they settled down. But the second half, Skyview got the ball, and they've just been in high tempo. I mean, they're like a blue version of the Oregon Ducks, kind of high school level. If you can, to picture that, gives you the best word picture. But they've just marched right down the field 2 separate times. Parker Henry, who is probably our best overall football player in the area, has a 2-yard and 1-yard rushing touchdown. So they're up right now 24-10 with 11:14 to go. They just took over at about their own 47-yard line. So, one more punch it in here, and this game could be over.
All righty, and probably a little bit of shock to the system for Camas. They're not used to losing games in Park County.
Yeah, they've won 12 straight regular season games. Last year they finished 11-1. They lost to Lakes in overtime in the quarterfinals at home. The last time they lost a regular season game was against Union out at the old Doc Harris Stadium before they built the new one. We haven't seen them lose in a long time.
All righty, Bryan Levesque, GSHLFootball.com. Make sure you check in there online, all the scores as well as film from most of the games.
You want me to rattle off some scores real quick?
Fire away.
Okay, so we got pretty much everything's final, except we do have one halftime. Mountain View leads Heritage 35-3 at the half. Couple finals. Eisenhower came down from Yakima, roughed up Evergreen 55-31, although that's probably Evergreen's best game of the year. Let's see, Battleground again with a 21-50 win over Hudson's Bay. Prairie at home all over Fort Vancouver 70-0, which is impressive because once you get up 40 in the second half, there's a running clock. So to put up 70 is pretty hard nowadays. Union went up to Kelso, kind of a slow start, but ended up winning 42-0. Columbia River against Hawkinson in the game that a lot of people thought Columbia River would roll Hawkinson, being that Hawkinson's the smaller school. But River ended up winning that one 36-22. It's a pretty close game. Centralia beat R.A. Long 14-6, and then Rainier of Oregon beat Mark Morris 44-12. They beat R.A. Long 64 they won 44-14 over Mark Morris. They beat R.A. Long 64-12 last year. They're probably going to win another state title. Seco, who's probably going to win another state title, could beat Woodland 32-14, and Washougal beat Class Kenai, another Oregon. A lot of guys played Oregon teams. They won that one 34-14. So we'll have a lot of video up over the weekend too.
Video, it's great video up there, GSHLFootball.com, as well as analysis and expert picks. And an interesting one next week, Prairie and Camas next week. The question will be if the Falcons can play enough defense to keep Camas under control.
Yeah, Skyview just got another touchdown here. Sorry, Swag, jump in there. Kieran McDonough just hit Riley Henderson. Looks like that one was from about 26 yards, 20 yards, 28 yards. So that's going to be 31-10. But, yeah, Prairie, they can throw the ball. I think Camas is going to be the favorite in that one, but they're giving up a lot of passing yards to Skyview right now, so they're going to have to shore that up. And then the other big one is Mountain View, who's rolling up Heritage right now, will take on Union at McKenzie Stadium the second half of that doubleheader, so that'll be another good non-league game.
So there you go, Bryan Levesque, GSHLFootball.com. Log on, check it out, all the games, the analysis, as well as video for you. As always, Bryan, we appreciate it very much. We'll talk to you next Friday night.
Sounds great, Swag.
All righty, Bryan Levesque there getting you caught up. Prairie putting up 70, and as he said, it's a running clock after you get a